back in a big round of matches on this afternoon. As we head towards finals action, it's the Tommy Tigers out at the Godfrey Street Thunderdome. Once again, the match of the day up against the Inverleigh Hawks. I'll start with Amir without the hair. The former Thompson president and life member will give his unbiased opinion as to why the Tommy Tigers will knock off the Inverleigh Hawks. Mitch?
Oh, look, Dick, as you well know, Thompson are a far different side than what they are anywhere else. And their game against Bannockburn last week, they proved once again that they're up there with the best teams in the competition. Reports back from North Geelong and Bannockburn have said that Thompson are the hardest tackling side in the competition. They haven't felt pressure like it. Now, if we can reproduce that, if the boys can reproduce that, and I have no reason to believe that they can't, I believe with Hyvens out of that Inverleigh side and Hutchison out of that Inverleigh side, Thompson certainly will win today, and I think win comfortably, to be quite truthful, Dick. And I know I probably shouldn't say that, but I certainly will, but I just think that they are playing really good footy at the right time of the year, and this, in my opinion, will sell up fifth spot for them. Yeah,
Grubby, Mitch put a good point up there. Without Hutchison, Inverleigh, it's a big loss for them in a lot of ways.
Well, I hate to say this, but I'm going to have to pretty much go along with that. I watched them last week. They've got this new style, which I think is the old style football. They're not only hard at the footy, but they're hard at the man with the footy. They almost wore Bellpost Hill down 3 weeks ago. They were probably a little bit too far behind to catch up, but I thought Bannockburn might have just about had them coming home with the win, and just that tackling. The coach, I reckon he had 58 tackles, 26 smothers, all the little ones percenters, and he's got his team doing it. I think they can win. I won't go and say they'll have a comfortable win, but at home, I'm going to go for them just.
Big game, Alex. Who do you reckon?
I'm still going to go with the Hawks. I do think they can capitalise on the spaces of the Thompson rec reserve. But having said that, we've just talked about all the credentials of the Tigers players. I think you'll get a lot of Team of the Year contentions after this afternoon from the Violet Crumbles.
Oh, Violet Crumbles.
Well, you're allowed to use it, can't you?
Yeah, I haven't brought that up all year. I've been very careful how I bring that up again. No, I'm not going to bring it up, Mitch. No, I'm going to bring it up again.
Dick's got some street cred, Al.
Okay.
That's okay. It's all right. So that will be the 94.7 match of the day, and it all gets underway from 1:30 this afternoon on 94.7, the Pulse, your home of country football. Next big game on this afternoon is out at Footrot Flats. It's the Anarchy Roos having a bit of an ordinary season. They're playing the Belmont Lions, and it is a must-win, Alex, for the Belmont Lions to stay in contention with the final five.
It sure is, and I mentioned the percentage last week, so I still think Belmont should get there comfortably, even though it's at Anarchy. But you know, you look at Anarchy's outs for the year and you see Costello kicking 10 for Bellpost Hill. I'm sure Roos supporters would have been a bit disappointed that wasn't 10 goals going their way last weekend.
Absolutely. Grubby?
Yeah, look, they've been a little bit disappointed. I'm not quite sure they've got the talent to play finals, Anarchy, but I just think they probably could have been up there 6th, 7th. They just really trying to push for fifth position, but they've dropped away a little bit. And Belmont, well, they can't afford to lose this. And I still think they can get fifth, actually, Belmont. But in a way, I'm not sure Belmont can beat the top sides. I think Thompson on their best day can, so who knows who'll make it, but I'm going for Belmont today.
Do you give Anarchy any show at all, Mitch?
No, not really, Dick. This is a must-win situation for Belmont Lions, as we well know. Percentage may come into it at the end of the year, and they've got a good, strong percentage. So I think today, out at Footrot Flats, I certainly think that they'll come away with a very strong victory.
Okay, out of the Duck Pond, the Werribee Centrals Footy Club, they must win to stay in some sort of mathematical contention, but I don't think it's going to work anyway. They take on the Winchelsea Blues. Grubby, your mob, a bit disappointing a couple of games this year. This is probably one game they will win.
Yeah, no, I don't think they've been disappointed at all, really. I think
you don't mind being eighth on the ladder, fair enough.
No, well, I think they've played to what they've got at that club. I think they've played pretty much to what they are. They can't beat the top sides. They haven't got the... Well, you saw them against Thompson, Mitch, even though they played okay that day. They haven't got the firepower to beat the top sides, but they're playing well enough to beat the bottom sides. And that's probably where I just about rate Werribee. Winch, well, they've struggled all year. Don't worry about making finals for Werribee. They cannot possibly make it. They've got Bannockburn and North Geelong in their last two games, so they can't make it. They just get another win today, and that'll probably do them. I think that's probably about their go.
I was only trying to pump them up, Mitch, to make it a bit exciting on the show this morning. Yeah. Winchelsea, no chance against the Centurions this afternoon.
No, you wouldn't have thought so. That Jay Buddy will beat them on his own. Look, Werribee Central's on that big ground. They'll certainly beat Winch and beat them comfortably.
Alex?
And you mentioned Buddy, he kicked the 9 goals against Winchelsea last time they played over there, so with a home ground advantage, and I'd like to believe he's in reasonable form, even though he only kicked the single last week. I think he could hit the double figures this week.
His first game for 6-7 weeks.
Well, there you have it.
So
It's good to return. That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
fair enough. Now, out of the Devils' playground, the Cry Devils haven't opened their account in 2015 yet, up against the East Geelong Eagles. Alex, can the Cry Devils cause a sort of an upset and have a win?
Well, even if they get to within a few goals, I think that's a great effort. But you know what, East Geelong, they've got about 10 Colts playing for their side, which is amazing considering they've been a top 4, top 3 side the last 2 years. So, look, I'll still go for East Geelong, but not by much. Maybe a good 3 goals.
I thought Cry were fairly competitive in stages last week against Belpost Hill, Grubby.
yeah, they were. They were very, very competitive against Werribee Centrals the week before out of Corio. They played pretty good footy out there at times. My worry is they're 5 or 6 under-18 players that they've got to back in the under-18s, and I just don't know whether that's the right way to go. But look, they reckon they know what they're doing, so that's fair enough. I'd like to see them get experience in the seniors. Ricky, well, he's going next year. We've seen that. We knew that when he come on here, and now he's announced it. I'm going to go for Corio. I hope they get a win.
Can you top that, Mitch?
No, I think Grubby's pretty much on the mark. I wouldn't be surprised if Corio win today. I'm going to pick East Geelong, but I'm with you, Grubby. I spoke to Corio's coach last week about it. I personally believe that East Geelong are playing all their under-18 players in their all their top-end under-18 players in their seniors, and I believe Corio should be doing exactly the same thing. It's got to be far better than playing someone who's 40 years of age. So you know, they've got their reasons for doing it that way. I certainly don't agree with it, but you know, I think East Geelong will just win today, but wouldn't surprise if Corio knocked them off.
Fair enough. Now, a big game out at Victoria Park this afternoon in contention for another match of the day. The Bannockburn Tigers, disappointing last week against the Tommy Tides. They take on the North Geelong Magpies, who at the moment, Mitch, cannot do anything wrong.
No, they're my favourites for the flag, North Geelong, to be quite truthful.
I knock off Thompson?
They're only favourites unless Thompson make it, mate, because if Thompson make it, watch out.
Fair enough.
But no, look, North Geelong, they're taking all before them. They've certainly had their slump, and I think today against Bannockburn, and Bannockburn have got to answer the call today out at Bannockburn, because you know, if they don't, they can drop back to 4th position. So and they wouldn't want to be playing Thompson in the first round of the finals. So North Geelong for me, and I think they'll win and win reasonably well out there at Bannockburn.
Now, I know you don't like North Geelong, Grubby, but can you see Bannockburn winning?
Well, look, I don't quite agree with you. I think you're taking a fair bit away from from Thompson by saying that Bannockburn were very disappointed, because I thought Thompson were terrific, and I don't know. Other side, we'll find out. We'll find out today, won't we, if they can play the same against Inverleigh. I think they'll bounce back, and I think they'll beat Geelong North.
What do you mean Geelong North? North Geelong, you idiot. Alex, make some sense out of it, mate. We're out of time.
I'll go for North Geelong, and I'll mention that this will probably see the 2 best forwards. But I just got a message from the floor manager here, and it looks like for this Belmont game, they've got 14 players out. So there's a bit of a Saturday morning exclusives here.
Who's got 14 players out?
Belmont.
Can I tell that after we tip?
Can I change my tip?
Very
we might have to
quickly,
change
we
the
forgot the Belpost Hill Geelong West game. In a word, Mitch.
Belpost Hill.
Grubby.
Belpost Hill.
Thanks again for your company. Enjoy your footy this afternoon. We'll see you all again maybe next Saturday morning. Get out of here, Grubby. Thanks for that. Bye for now.
All our favourite sons, never ever beaten. Australia's #1. We'll get the goals, boys, right from the jump. If we use some handball and never shirk a ball. So give it all your best as we answer to the call. Geelong in district football, the greatest league of all. Come together, the best from all the league, to show them how to play and form a mighty team. The pride of our region with all our favourite sons, never ever beaten, Australia's #1. We'll get the goals, boys, right from the jump. If we use some handball and never shirk a bump. So give it all your best as we answer to the call. Geelong in district football, the greatest league of all.